Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO Fan video. I'm your host LEGO Fan, and I do LEGO starts at about 10 steps per video. Sometimes it varies, sometimes it can go all the way to 15. Usually no more than that. So today I am doing steps 117 to 128 of LEGO Stranger Things The Upside Down. Before I get into this, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more and see how this all turns out, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of my next videos. And also, I just want to say one thing before I start. I already did this video, but I had to delete it because of an incident I had. So I just want to explain this quick tool that you might get in some LEGO sets. For those of you who don't know, this is a LEGO prior, or I don't know what it's called, but it helps remove Legos. Like sometimes a piece is hard to get off. You can use this part to remove like the flat LEGO pieces that you get by just going underneath and scooping it up like that. You also have a tool to push out the axles, as well as something to pry it off either from the back or the front, whichever way you want. So if you guys were curious what this orange tool is for, that's what it's used for. And you can see that I've already used it because it's already a little chipped out in the front. Now, to get into this video, I've done enough rambling. So with step 117, you are going to need 2 raised 1x2s, light brown in color, as well as 2 1x2s, light brown in color, and 2 1x2s with a 2x2 hanging off, light brown in color. You're going to make this, okay? So use the 1x2 as a base. Put down the raised 1x2 right on top, just like that, and then put this piece right on top of that. Doesn't matter what side the connector is on, so long as when you place it, it faces these connectors right here. So one goes right there, and then the other one, well, goes on the other side. Just like that. Now for the next step, you're going to need a 1x12, 2 1x12s, light brown in color, as well as 4 2x4s, 4 flats, light brown in color, and 4 2x2s, flats, light brown in color. So put the 2 1x12s together, okay, and going and alternating, going downwards. First put down a 2x4, then a 2x2, all the way until you reach the end. And they should have sticker number 1 on them. It's a brick-like pattern. Add a little character to the house. Make it look like an actual house. So go in the alternating 2x4, then the 2x2, 2x4, 2x2. It doesn't matter how the bricks go, so long as they're on there. And you're going to make 2 of them, okay? And then once again, they go on either end. So one goes right here where these connectors are. Just make sure it's in. And then the other one on the other side. And now I can hear people screaming already, what about the other sticker? And the other sticker that I'm talking about is, of course, the missing Barbara Harlan sticker. Or, what was her name? Yeah, Barbara Harlan sticker. You're going to see that pop up again later at the very end, because we don't have the right place to put it yet. For those of you who never saw this set, you build 3 separate things, essentially. You have the overworld, which is what I'm building now, or finishing building now. You have the upside down, which is just a more nature-esque version of the overworld. It's also mirrored as well, so the bedroom that's on this side is now on this side, and vice versa. And then you have these two trees. which are different on either end, which helps flatten it out, make sure it's stable, and you can actually put it down somewhere. And on those trees is where the sticker is gonna go, because that's the final sticker we have. Something break off? No. Okay. Felt like it. Now for the next step and the step after, you're gonna require the same exact piece, two 2x2s with just a 1x2 area. So on this side, you see this little gap here? Slide it right underneath. If you need to, lift up the house very gently, because we don't want to break it. See? So that's how it goes. It slides right underneath. Not attached to anything yet. Oh, something did break off. Okay. So, the other one slides right in. Just like that. And make sure that the studs are facing the other studs. So on the right side, it faces to the right. On the left side, it faces to the left. Do the opposite with the same exact pieces in the next step. So instead of facing to the left, it now faces to the right. And same on the other side. Now, since it's facing right, we put it facing to the left. And make sure all the pieces are secured in, so that way it looks like that. Now once again, you're going to be mimicking the same exact step. Of course, there are different pieces because of this piece here. On this side over here, you're going to require this piece, which is angled to the left, as well as a flat 1x2 and a piece that went missing. A 1x2 brown-esque ramp that looks like this. Okay? So, on this side, well, put down the 1x2 ramp right here. And then the other pieces will go right here in this gap. The flat goes on the left side, and then the other piece goes on the other side. So that way, it looks like that. Notice how that is going upwards. Make sure it's like that, so that way it covers up the hand and doesn't ruin the magical effect that this roof is creating with the angle. Do the same exact thing on the other side. Only difference in pieces is that this is angled to the right, not to the left. But essentially, you're doing the same exact thing, putting the pieces the same exact way in the same exact spots. So that way, it looks like that. For the final step in this overworld area, we got a few things that we have to build, which require, give me one sec, one 1x1 gripper. Okay. You also require a tag piece, 4 of these 3 angled benches, or whatever you want to call them, a gray stud, okay, just like this, a 1x1 ramp, a this piece, I don't know what to call it, like a funnel, maybe, and 2 2x2 who's light brown in color. So first I'm going to make these things. It's simple enough to do. Put down the 2x2 as a base, and then put down these two of these pieces. Make sure they're facing each other, so that way it looks like a chimney top. You're going to build 2 of them, and put them on right here, and right here. Just like that. As for the other one, well, you're going to do something different. Put down this piece as a base, put this piece on top with the gripper part facing to the left. And then on top of that, you put the stud. Then on top of the stud, you put the ramp facing to the left. So that way it looks like this. It looks like somebody is holding something, like a scroll almost. And now flip it over. Okay? Then put down the gripper in that holder spot upside down. And I'm going to show you two different angles on how this is. So this is how it looks like upside down. Right side up, it looks like this. Like somebody's trying to collect a cup of water almost. Only it's really blocking his view. And this will go on right here. Just like that. And that is the overworld. The next book covers the upside down. I almost called it the underworld. Yeah, it's not the underworld. Though we would like it to be the underworld. And you get to build what I consider our main character, Will, the guy that started it all. He has blue pants, his red vest with like an orange-esque color, blue shirt and t-shirt underneath with blue sleeves. He has a bowl cut and he is two-faced. So he has a really concerned look and a look that's like, not really too concerned. We gotta put him aside. And also for bag 6 you require a few extra pieces, but they explain that in the instruction book, but it's those pieces right there. So we're just going to push this aside and get our pieces. So the first step requires a blue 8x16 base plate, a 2x16 light gray in color, and 2 black 2x6s. Okay, so flip this over, put down this piece, not on the edge, but off the edge a little, like that. Then put down this piece, the 2x12, put it going downwards, okay, so that way it has a little stick out point like that. And then put the other 2x6 on the other side. So that way it looks like this. Now, you're once again going to require an 8x16, only this one's a little grayer, like a darker color, as well as the 2x16 again. So flip both pieces over, make sure it's aligned, and the 2x16 goes right there. So it looks like that. Now take this piece, again flip it over, and put it on the excess part. Again, make sure it's all aligned. Every single thing has to be aligned or else this doesn't work. So that way it looks like this. Now, keep it flipped over, because we're not done with the flipped part just yet. And you're going to require this piece, angle to the left, okay? As well as 2 4x6s, brown in color, a 1x8, cyan blue, like a bright blue in color, 4 2x3s, light brown in color, wherever this piece is, angle to the left, and as well as a 2x4 light gray or brown-esque in color. So, you're going to take that piece, this piece here, put it right here. Just like that. On the top part of it, so right here, right next to it on the left side, put down the blue piece. Just like that. Then put down this piece with the angled part, the thinner part, facing towards the 2x4. So that way it looks like that. For the other piece, this piece here, place it on the other side with the thinner part again facing to the 2x4. So that way it looks like that. For the other pieces, I'm going to show you where the brown ones go, but I'm going to, for me, pause it and spend some time organizing where these pieces go, and then you'll see. Because it's kind of hard to explain where they actually go. But for these 4x6s, I'm going to put them in the middle. So 1 and 2. You're quartering this area off. And now I'm going to pause it for a little bit, and I'm going to put down these pieces because they're kind of complex. These pieces have to be exact, and I think I know the reason why. Because you can see that it's quartered off. This is probably to prevent an issue that I had in one of my previous videos, the warping issue. Notice that it's in the center area of the quartered area. That's probably to prevent it from bending and flexing, make it more rigid and straight. So that way it doesn't bend, you know? Now we can finally flip it over and make sure the blue is in the top left corner. So it looks like that. And we're going to have a handful of pieces to put on. Because now we're going to start detailing and decorating the ground. The ground area. You need a dark gray 1x6. 3 2x4s, like dark blue in color. You need 4 sphere corner flats, dark blue in color. A 1x2 dark gray in color. 2 1x2s with a ball socket, light gray in color. A 2 1x4s with a stud on either end, light gray in color. And 3 2x2s with a 1x2 area. You need 3 of them, light gray in color. So we're going to start over here on this side. 1 row over, right here, you're going to put down the ball joint or socket. Then you're going to put down right above it this 1x6. Just like that. Then put down this piece right next to it with one of the studs lining up with this piece. Then put down all the 2x2s with the 1x2 studded area. And they're all going to go downwards. 1, 2, and 3. Then put down this piece. Again, make sure one of the studs is aligned with these. Then you're going to put down the 2x4. Just like that. Put down this piece with just one of the studs aligning with the bottom row. Like that. Then, in this row, go all the way down and put down the ball socket right there. Just like that. For the other pieces, you're going to do what you did over here. See this area right here, this green one? You're going to do the same exact thing. So 1 and 2, just like this. It's kind of hard to describe how it's located since it's so curved. And then after you put down these two, put down the remaining two 2x4s in the middle. Then put down the other two on the other side. Just like that. For the last step of the day, we're going to require a variety of pieces once more. We're going to need two 2x2s with the one stud, two 2x2s with the two studs, two 1x2s with a one stud, four 1x3 flats, gray in color. All of this is gray in color, as well as two 1x4s with two studs. So, over here, I'm going to start, and we're going to start up here. So skip over one stud here, and put down a 1x2 with the one stud. Then put down this piece right above it. It goes all the way to the end. Then put down the 1x4, and keep going in an alternating. Then put down the 1x2 with the one stud. Then you put down a 1x4. Then you put down a 1x4 with two studs. Just like that. In the middle area, this area here, put down the 2x2 with two studs, with the studs facing towards the center of that area. Then put down this piece, and put down the another 2x2 with two studs right next to it, again facing towards the center. Then in this area here, put down a 2x2 with one stud, like that. Then put down two 1x4 flats. So it looks like that. I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. As for Ben 10 videos, yeah, that's probably not going to happen, because I just finished Ken 10, and I got a lot to put down for that. And then I have 3 other episodes after that. And I'm going to be starting college soon, so I'm trying to get through at least a lot of it before I head to college. So I'll see you guys next time. And we're going to be doing a little more of the bass. So long.